everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Empires of the Ants! You see that name up there? GL Geico? This is the third time I'm making this video. Because the past two times, I called this guy a cheater.
Oh my goodness!
Because I thought what he was doing was literally impossible. I have faced him maybe upwards of 10 times now, and every time I faced him, I've lost. And I don't mean by a little bit, I mean by a lot of it. And so much to the point where I was like, no, he must be cheating. And I fought him in a different game, and I was like, nah, there's no way. His door beetles are moving differently than mine would be. Because I went in, I recreated our exact circumstances, and his door beetles were moving faster. All I can think of is that's a glitch. Because this battle right here, I copied everything he did to me in the previous one because I was like, how did he beat me? If you don't know this game, this is Boulders. This is basically the PvP match that everyone wants. It's the map. And in my previous one, what he did was he just got 3 nests. That's all. I had everything else. And he still wiped the floor with me. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, I have everything. How am I losing? And even then, his first workers went into the middle, got the 3rd nest, and then just killed themselves in the ladybugs. Just went in there, free as you can, and did that. And I was like, well, he must be cheating because he wasted a unit. He's already got 3 nests, and he still beat me. Because I consider myself really good at this game. I very rarely lose, or used to lose. But what you're about to see, I think I played the best I could with what I had. I will show the heat map. Actually, you'll see this time, in this recording, I'll put up his resources, as well as a little map in the top left, because of the heat map that I recorded afterwards. Just to prove how good this guy is, because well, we'll see as it goes. So my strategy here is to do what he did in the last one, which was only get 3 nests, get 2 workers, send them off in the pinecone, the rest of the nests, get mushroom farms to get the food, so therefore my food eco is really good, and my wood eco is from my workers. And that way, I'm going to be better than I would be getting all the other ones. So this time, however, he does something completely different. He doesn't stay back in his 3 nests. He goes to take another nest. And these aren't the workers that were taking the other nest. No, he swapped them. So these are the freshly made workers that I think he sped up a little bit. And his other workers that did take damage, he's went back to get his pinecone. Very, very clever. Whereas at the moment, I'm getting more resources than him because I've got 2 workers on pinecones, like gathering a resource. I don't know what to say, man. This guy right here, I think, is the best player in the world. And I think I can safely say that because there aren't many players left. Everyone's sort of left this game behind, which is such a shame because it is absolutely beautiful. And I have been for the longest time wanting to make one more video because through the grapevine I've heard that the developers of this game have disappeared. They broke up, and obviously, if they broke up, then there'll be no more updates for this game. In fact, I think the last update they did for this was July 2025, and it was just to roll back a change. They buffed the door beetles, because they were nerfed, and they buffed the hornets, which also were nerfed. So I think that's their way of going, and then just doing it. So this guy has a plan. What he's going to do is he's going to go grab the pair on the other side, which I didn't even know about. And because of him, there's a meta to the spells. I didn't realize this. So my strategy is just to focus on 3 nests, get as great population or output as I can out of them, and then go for my 3 spells and get them to tier 2 so I can just spam them. Because that's what he did with me. However, because of my previous battle with him, I realized that toxic spores negate and nullify any buff on the opposing team. And I'm about to use my toxic spores here because otherwise they would just be wasted and it's just, it's running. So, I don't know. Is he going for tier 2 at this point? I can't remember. I don't think he is, and neither am I. So, there we go. I mean, I think I'm saving. I might be going for tier 2. I'm not sure. But basically, I pip him to tier 2 by a couple of seconds. Which is crazy to think about. But true. But very true. So, I don't know if I have... Am I getting tier 2? I feel like I'm just waiting for pinecone. Yeah, that's right. I'm waiting for the pinecone. So, in my eyes, there's no way he's getting food faster than me. There isn't. And technically, he's not. It's just, he's a little bit slower. Like, the difference between, you know, our food is negatable. It's barely, I think. I don't know. You'll see it up there. But yeah, man, this... When I played him, I thought, like, units weren't taking damage like they should have. I had, like, door beetles and tier 2 gunners attacking his nest, and his nest was going down tiny bits and by tiny bits. But now I realize that's probably because he had veteran nest guards, and he had veteran gunners. So the nest was, you know, it had loads of health. And I think that's why you can bump up your nest's health if you get guards, because that's actually them adding health to it. And I didn't realize that because this game doesn't tell you anything. if you've just got a nest, it's being attacked, it's almost dead, and it's not being attacked, get guards, and then it goes back to full health. Also, the things with the spells, if somebody's raging their things, use toxic spores because it negates it, and they can't get any more until they're out of the toxic spores or the toxic spores disappear. Because when that starts ticking down, then you can do another buff. So I'd learned all of this from him. So he's got the nest at the top, he's got the bottom nest, he's about to go get the other two, I think, and I'm just now about to click up to tier 2. And I'm like, there's no way he could be better than me, because he'll be spending, I think he spent probably maybe 20 or 40 more wood than I have, but it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference because he's getting the farms. Even though I'm getting more workers delivering, just more nests kind of work out. And at this point, I didn't realize that there was an apple or a pear at the other side he could harvest from. And because of that, it's really going to bite me in the arse. So we're going to go back to over here, and then as soon as we get this apple, my resources are going to go into upgrading all my spells. Whereas what he's going to do is not do that at all. And he's just going to slowly get his door beetles up. You know, so he doesn't rush his door beetles, doesn't speed them up at all. Again, I played exactly as he played because I slowed down the heat map at the end, the replay, so it was real time, and I just copied him. And I was like, oh my god, it's doable. Because he only has one spell at this point. So all these resources I'm spending, you know, that 40, 80 or whatever it is on upgrading all my spells, he's not doing yet. Yeah, it's 36 and 9. I'm about to spend 90 food on upgrading those. And then I've got to spend more food to get my door beetles. I think he started getting his door beetles now. He's got more legions. I think he's got one more legion. He's got one harvesting the pine, and he's got one harvesting the apple. He's just getting the apple now, and then he's got a gunner attacking this nest, and his other worker is attacking the other nest, and then he's got all the nests on the map. And from there, he's going to get, you know, pheromones to upgrade his spells. He's going to get spells, and he's going to get nursery, which means that they're a lot cheaper. And I could not foresee that this, because I did this to him. I got all the nests. He only had 3, and he beat me because what I was doing was silly. I was speeding up my legions. And there's no real need to speed up legion unless you're being attacked. And because I wasn't really attacking him, he didn't have to speed up anything. He just let it go and harvested. And, you know, all the resources I used for my spells, 90 resources now. He's just saving. And do you know what he's saving for? Tier 3. He's saving for tier 3 right now. At the moment, I'm getting my spells to come up, so when I attack him, boom, all I need to do in this game right now is get an extra nest. And I think I've won. Because at that point, I can get another farm, and get another legion, and more spells or whatever, you know. So, I'm waiting to get, I think it's pheromones, is it? Yeah, I'm waiting to get pheromones, I think. I think I am. I might be nursery, I can't remember. So there you go, he's checking on me, he's just seeing what I'm doing. So I'm getting nursery, that's what I'm getting. Which is going to help me. But again, I'm looking at him like, what's he doing? He's just sort of... Because at this point I think, if he is cheating, he's probably using some hack to look at my nest. So there you go, there's nurseries on the way. And then pheromones I'll put in my main nest. And that's everything I can do with 3 nests. But I will replace my my workers now with... Because I'm thinking about where do I do salvage? Because salvage is decent if you've got, you know, tier 2 or tier 3 things and you want to just switch things around. So I realized I can't put pheromone on my main nest without, because I want to get uber beetles on my main nest. So I need to have 3 spares or something like that. I'm not too sure. Yes, so I know that pheromones has to go down here. I have to delete this worker, making it 3 spaces, and then I can get door beetles. So he's actually slowly been getting his door beetles more and faster than me. More! So I even though I didn't upload those videos, I had 2 separate videos calling this guy a cheater and being like, look, he cheated. There's no way he could have beat me. So even though I didn't upload those videos, I do want to apologize. Because this has kept me up. I just wanted to record one video on Empires of the Ants, say, look, it's no longer being updated. It's such a shame. I've loved my time with this game. Developers, if you're watching, you did an amazing job. This game, it's too beautiful. That's the problem. And when it comes to real-time strategies, you don't really need graphics. You just, like Age of Empires, people don't really play that for the graphics. And this was just too powerful, I think. It was for a lot of people. Possibly. It is beautiful. You need a good gaming rig to play this. As I'm playing right now. And again, that was another reason I wanted to make a video. I wanted to be like, look, this is the best it can be. It looks absolutely gorgeous. But you can see here, I'm about to overflow on my spells. And I don't want to waste it. So I will just, send off a toxic spores. But at this point, that's 2 toxic spores that haven't done anything for me at all. I was hoping my other one, the first one, I would have used on the workers. And that would have killed them. If they'd already taken out 2 nests and were taking on the 3rd one, they would have died. So at least I'm, not wasting. I'm not overflowing. Not spilling spell juice everywhere or powers. So here we go. I just need to wait for pheromones to come here once I get my 60. Even though there's no real need for it. And there's his door beetles out. And at this point I'm like, how do you get his door beetles out? But honestly, he's harvesting from the apple now. And it could go either way at this point. It really could. If I'd got my door beetles out super quick and I'd rushed over to take a nest, it may have been possible. He probably would have rushed out his door beetles. He probably would have rushed them out. And I think he would have had a surplus of thingy there. So, I'll put his resources up there as well as his tier, just so you guys know whereabouts he's at and the resource deficit. And the resource difference. So there we go. Now I'm speeding because I've got it. Tier 2 gunners, tier 2 door beetles, almost all full spells. I'm like, this is it. This is my push. If I just get this nest, I'm great. Now, what I should have done actually is send over my gunners to one of his nests at his side. And when I did that, I think he would have sent his doors over there. And at that point, I would have sent my door beetles to take that weak nest. And that could have been it. I think if I played it differently, and I know how to play this now, that's what I would have done. But what I want to do is actually take the middle. And he's been keeping an eye on me the whole time. He's watching me like a hawk. Every little thing I'm doing, because he knows he's got the advantage. So I use Rage to take on the ladybugs, to take them super quick. And he's going to come straight over. He's going to run straight over. Look how quickly... And there's Toxic Spores. So, Rage gone. Wasted a spell. I can't believe it. I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, fair enough, but I know your game. I know how to play this. I just have to wait to see that Toxic Spore tick down, and I'll use a Healy spell. And therefore, all you've done is wasted. So there we go, he's ticking down. It's ticking down now, so I can put on my Healy spell. But you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it at the moment. See what he does. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my side and start healing. So I'm speeding up my other workers as well, because I'm about to get a surplus of food. 150 food coming in, that's max food. And I may as well, just speed that up. So there we go, we're healing now. And there you go, he negates it again! He negates my heal. I'm like, you kidding me? But luckily, I've got another rage and I've got another heal. So all I need to do now is just get out of there. Because once you're out of the circle of area of effect, then you can do your spell. And here we go, another heal. Boom! So at this point, I've got 2 spores on him. He's got nothing, by the way. Like, literally nothing. He might have shielding spores. I've got 2 toxic spores and a rage. So I'm like, you're done, son. You're about to go down. And all I need to do, remember, is take 1 nest. That's all I need to do. And then I could put another tier 2 on that. And I decide to put a toxic spore on there. So his door beetles are losing health while I'm coming over. So all I'm doing is gaining health while I'm coming over, and he's losing health. And that's how I see it. There's nothing I could spend my food on here, I don't think. I don't have space for another power. I don't have space for another legion. And here we go. And boom, I could have raged all 3, but I wasn't paying attention. I should have. So the health on the nest just starts to go down. He throws his gunners in to knock my door beetles off the nest. Good play, good play. I sent in my my workers, and they lock into the nest. So the nest is still going down. What he needs to do now is get his door beetles to take my workers off. And he does. And because door beetles have a thing where they lock everything into combat, there's nothing I can do. Shielding spores goes on. That was his second shielding spores, I think. Because they already had shield on them. So what I'm waiting for is for him to do a rage or a heal or anything. I want to see that so I can cancel it. Because if I do it now, he'll just wait till the toxic spores start to tick off and then he'll do it. So I rage again. Unfortunately, I don't get everything. That could have been the clincher as well. If I'd raged everything, this could have been different. And there you go. He's just raged now. So what I do? Cancel it. So there was the difference. If I'd raged everything, this might have gone differently. But you're about to see something different. You're about to see something I did not expect. I'm like, okay, as soon as I take on this door beetle, he's done. That's it. I'll just take the nest. You know, it's 3 tier 2s here against what, a tier 1 and his Ubers. We got this. And look what happened. A tier 3. He gets a tier 3 warriors. He gets his gunners. He plays completely defensively. And I legit can't believe it. And he goes for a heal on, I don't know, was that a heal? Or was that me? That might have been me. So because I've got excess resources, I'm just going to throw in another worker over there. Oh, he did go for a heal. He did have that. He goes for another toxic spore, which he probably did get that back as well. He did. There's no cheating anymore. I thought he cheated. Honestly, I did. He was getting his spells back too quick. Things weren't dying. He got a he got to tier 3 and tier 3 warriors and sped them up. But I checked his resources. It was all doable. It was all doable. I just couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it. Well, I'll put the totals up. I'll put his total resources up. Actually, would it make a difference? Nah, I don't think so. Maybe there'll be nothing up, in fact. But yeah, I was just so flabbergasted here. I thought I had him. I legitimately thought I had him there. But he surprised me with the tier 3. He surprised me with the tier 3. And I've spent all my apple now on units because I need to. I need to take these guys out. That was my tactic. That's what he did to me. It was as soon as I killed one and he was playing defensively, you know, that's how it works. But I now know, I think, why I lost each time. That's because he fought next to a nest. And, you know, he got his free, like, veteran gunners to do damage. He's also hitting me with his other things. He's got spells and powers. So I try to go for a rage here. But for some odd reason, my rage isn't clipping the other workers. I'm like, why not? And for some odd reason, I can't see them. And I just decide to go for it over here. Which I shouldn't have. I should have waited. There was definitely a way to get everything on rage. So, could have played that better. My mistake. Would it have made a difference? Debatable, because I know that he would have had more resources than... and he would have just got his door beetles back instantly. And there we go. I am doing my best to negate his rages here. And then his door beetles go down. And then it's literally just his tier 3 warriors. But they are going to kill my workers. I do have gunners attacking as well. He's got the health back, so he's probably got nest guards on there as well as gunners, as well as the increase in range. Just, honestly, this is the best player. I've never beaten him. And I used to very rarely lose until I met him. And I have not won a single game against him. So I've gone from a hater to a believer in JL Geico or Geeko, whatever he calls himself. One of the best players. It's such a shame. He's on, I think, every day he plays. And from playing him, I've become a better player. The only thing is, I kind of don't want to play the game anymore because he's too good. Every time I face him, it's like, I've lost. There's no way I can beat him. So I don't want to waste 20, 30 minutes on a game that I'm going to lose because he's played this game, I think, every day. He must have. Because every map, he knows exactly where to go, exactly what to get. This is his favorite game. You know, you have those people who have the one game that they just play and nothing else? That's JL Geeko with this game. He's mastered everything To the extent of, if I've only got 3 nests, do his strategy he used against me, he can counter it. I did this strategy on him, he knew exactly how to counter that. It's just unbelievable. And looking back at this match, I realized like I just had a surplus of food. I was doing nothing with my pine cone, which I wasn't getting any of anymore because I don't have a single wood yard. So it's super slow resource collecting from me. All I needed was, and look at the amount of guards here. He's got like the top tier nest guard. I think it's veteran nest guards. And that's why the health on this thing is barely going down. Because it has like the best gunners, the best guards. Because I'm looking at this like, why is the health not moving? I've got 2 tier 2s here. They're on rage and it's not going down. Well, it is, but because the game doesn't tell you, if you get nest guards, you get like 30% extra health on your nest. And there you go. Door beetles come back. And I just couldn't believe it. I was like, the door beetle. The door beetle. And you know, he's attacking. He's just throwing a gunner over there. And he got that for free as well. Didn't speed that up. I tested that. Got it for free. Couldn't believe it. And he knows all I need to do is take this. He knows it. And he can heal his nest up to full if he wants to, because he can just delete. He can get salvage on another nest, delete this to get half the resources back, spend the resources to get nest guards again, get full health. Just... This guy opened my eyes to the little metas that are going on, like the resetting of nest guards to heal your health, the toxic spores to negate the buffs, and so on and so forth. And what I do here, I think is really sneaky. And I think he didn't expect it. So what I decide to do is just run over my door beetles to the other side. Because I just need 1 nest. That's all I need is 1 nest. So you like mobilize veteran nest guards to defend the nest. And you'll see when I get them that the health from the nest goes all the way up. But it doesn't say, oh, heals your nest or gets extra health. It doesn't say any of that. There you go, full health. It's such a shame. This game had so much potential, but for some reason, the developers, whether it was internal conflict or what, just decided to leave it and abandon it. It's such a shame. Such a shame. And my tier list, I would switch up nest guards. I'd switch up door beetles. I'd put door beetles at S. I'd put nest guards at S because they heal your nest completely and defend it, give it extra health. It's such a shame, man. This was... And here we go. He used his toxic spores. I was kind of glad he used his toxic spores over there because that's wasted. He might have another one about to go. But you see what I do here is I run away. I run away. And that's what I should have done. When I attacked him the first time, I should have sent my gunners over there. And then when he brought over his door beetles, ran further into his main base. Just to, you know, make the distance even further. And ran my door beetles over. And just raged. And with workers. And I think I would have got that nest. So... And here we go. I decided to do his game and go for, you know, gunners and door beetles and powers. What I need to wait for now is for him to do another spell and to neutralize it. So I'm just waiting here. Shield, can't do anything about it. I think that's why shields are great power as well, because once it's on, and there's the rage, and cancel. It's so satisfying, man. So satisfying. And I'm saving my rage. I'm saving my rage. So when I go over there, I can take the nest. And there we go. We heal. He might have another toxic spore. He might. But we're healing at this point, which is great. So I think I played him here. He's a great player. Like the best in the world. But I played him there. I got him scared about losing any nest. Like, I'm sure he's really good, and he knows exactly where to put his upgrades. All his, like, tier 2, tier 3 upgrades are in his main base. I watch him go to his main base, put it on, come back, every time. Like, he knows exactly where he needs to put his spells. He knows exactly where his legions need to go, his upgrades. And there we go, there's a Healy. And I decide to let that Healy go. And here we go, we got a tier 3 worker coming over. Gunner coming over to help out. And I locked them up with my one as well. I think he was a little bit worried here. Because I've got so much food as well. And I'm just waiting for this toxic spore to disappear. And once it does, we'll do another heal. And And there we go. Heals again over there. And this is when I go, no, I'm not prolonging this anymore. There you go. Cancelling it. So I'm healing. He's about to die. But the difference is here, guys. Chances are he can probably just get his door beetles back. Even though I've used all my goes here, he's just going to go speed up the door beetles instantly. Now see this little conflict over here? Kind of glad I've got 2 units right here, not engaged at all. And I'm just going to run. I'm just going to run to the nest. I'm like, come on, God, we get this nest. He hasn't got any upgrades. He doesn't have guards. He does have gunners, but he definitely won't have guards. And he doesn't. And I decide to rage. There we go. Rage them both. And the health just starts to go. Look at it. The health starts to go. But then his door beetles are coming over. I'm like, no, this was it. This was my play. Almost had him. Almost. So I think you're seeing some really top plays from me, but also against the best player in the world. Like, I think he is. You'll notice here that the health starts to not go down as fast, and that's why I thought he was cheating. But I think that's because I was wanting to see that. I was wanting to see the nest not go down. So GL Geico, leave a comment. I almost called you a cheater, but I wanted to do my due diligence and check. Because even that footage I had of his door beetles going faster than normal door beetles, I think was just a weird glitch, a weird lag. So here we go. I'm desperate to take this down. I've locked my gunners in. I've given him rage. He neutralizes it, because of course he neutralizes it. And I decide to neutralize his rage, but it's too little too late, and my door beetles go. I try to get them back, and then this is where something amazing happens. For him, of course. I'm like, come on, door beetles, we got this. Come over. And I look at my nest, and I'm like, I double take. And a tier 3 is approaching my main nest. Because I think he might have got spies, and he might have seen where my door beetles were, and he was like, I'm going to go over there. And not only has he done this, but he's also got the other ladybugs. So he's got 150 food coming in. So just absolutely top plays from this person. I can't, you know, for the amount of views this video is going to get, I have put too many hours into this. way too many hours into this. But this is my last video on Empire of the Ants. I'm not going to play it anymore after this because it's basically dead. It's such a shame because I would really, but I don't have time. I don't have time, and especially if I'm facing up against this guy. No offense, GL Geico, but you're too good. You are too good. And I look over to see this nest, and of course it's got guards on it, so it's fully healed, and it's going to be super tough to take on. So he decides to just throw his door beetles to get more food somewhere else, to get more ladybugs. So now this is it. This is my last gambit. His door beetles are the furthest away they ever can be, and I guess I could try and take his door beetle nest on, but I do a Hail Mary here. And I'm like, everything over here. I don't care if those tier 3 gunners are going for my other nest. Oh, I do actually. And I send them over to defend it. But look, he's all the way over there. Ridiculous. Ridiculous what he's doing here. Maybe I will put up total resources. Maybe I'll put that on the top left for both of us, just so you can see the difference. But he had a tier 3 worker collecting over there. A tier 1 and a tier 3, I'm pretty sure. So here we go. Veteran nest guards, veteran gunners, and look at the health. The health is actually going from me quite quickly because of just all the upgrades. I mean, you see when I attack the amount of workers that come out, or nests. So I do my rage here, and look, it barely ticks down. It is barely ticking down. But I'm like, you know what? We got this. We got this. He's so far away. I've locked those other ones up. I've got a full-on rage here. I don't need to worry. Don't need to worry at all. And I'm trying to think of anything I could do here. Anything. Because, again, I don't have any wood production. So at this point, I'll put, like, I don't know. And there you go. He negates it. He ran straight over. He was keeping an eye on me the whole time. Saw my rage. Negated it. Because if my rage kept on going, I think there was a chance. If I had another rage here, there is a chance I could have done it, I think. I think, because he got down to a quarter health. And again, another reason why I thought he was cheating, I never got a nest below a quarter health. I thought he was doing some hack where it was like, oh, it looks normal until it gets lower, and then, you know, increase or decrease the damage dealt, like by a percentage each time. Because I'm like, come on, come on, come on, it's not moving. It is not moving at all. I'm like, come on, just do it, just get it. And it's not moving, it's not budging at all. And his doorbells are coming over. And this is where I shake my character's head. I go, it's not even moving now. And look what comes, a tier 3 worker. And it's that point I'm like, there's no way he could have done all this. And I look at me, I go, nah, no way. I was honestly fuming. I was like, ah! And there we go. I quit. But I just want to say, GG's, well played. Absolutely smashed that. Like, I've been beaten by him so badly that I thought he was cheating. Honestly, I thought there was no way. I mean, I'll put the little map up here if you want to see it. But what an end. What a climactic kind of end to Empires of the Ants against the top player in the world. I don't think there's anyone better than this guy. I've beaten everybody else. Even I faced up against a diamond a couple of days ago and I beat him. And then when I faced up against this guy, I had one match where I took a nest, actually. One match. It was on Arch, and I don't think he expected me to come through the middle straight away. But I did something stupid, and I attacked him at his nest, because I didn't think it was him. I was like, this is too easy. And then he just, you know, assimilated me. Completely killed me. So yeah, you can see there he's got all nests. He's got 2 workers now harvesting the apple. He's got another worker harvesting the pine. His apple production now is going to get higher. I am almost 100 over him on wood, but the tier 2, it's just all that time I spent on powers, all that extra resource he saved. He saved for his upgrade, and then tier 3 already, and it's just at that point it was over. There was nothing. I mean, we're almost the same on apple, almost, because I got the 150 in the middle. Oh wait, no, I'm not. No, he's. Oh wait, yeah. Yes? No, now he's beating me. And he's beating me on wood by a big margin. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it. The last episode of Empire of the Ants. Thank you so much. I have enjoyed this game so much. And I want to say a big thank you to the devs who really put in their all, everything when it came to this. Like, the graphics, the gameplay. There was a roadmap for new units and new everything. And if it is true, and they have left, it is a shame. It is a damn shame that is this guy playing on console? I don't even know. It's my logo has the Steam thing on, but I don't know what his is. So who knows what he's playing on? But yeah, maybe his is on Steam, and that's why. But amazing time. I absolutely love this game. Developers did a great job. Beautiful. So sad to see it go. But anyway, guys, I will see you in another video. Bye bye.